أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. And if you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant, then produce a surah, the like thereof, and call upon your witnesses other than Allah, if you should be truthful. But if you do not, and you will never be able to, then fear the fire, whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the disbelievers. And give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens, beneath which rivers flow. Whenever they are provided with a provision of fruit therefrom, they will say, this is what we were provided with before, and it is given to them in likeness, and they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally. In ayat 21 and 22, we learned about the command of Allah, "U'budu Rabbakum," worship your Rabb, while setting no one equal to him. These ayat taught us the belief of Tawheed by mentioning ibadah just for Allah, while having clear concepts, true aqidah of setting no one equal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we will study in the coming ayat the concepts of the right belief in the prophethood and the hereafter. وَإِن كُنتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا. And if you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The deniers of the prophethood of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam are being addressed. That if you are in any doubt, this expression of Arabic, it shows that they are not in doubt, but it's just their stubbornness, they are not ready to believe. But yet, if it is being asked that if you are in any doubt about the book in which there is no doubt, La rayba fih, there is no doubt it is from Allah and no one else. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not made it up. Still, if you are in doubt about this clear fact, then prove your basis of doubt. If Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam he can bring this book by himself, if he can produce it, then you can also produce something similar to it. Then produce something even close to it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as his slave in this part of the ayah. As whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions high status of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentions him to be his abd, his slave. As slavery of Allah is freedom from all. Slavery of Allah is the position of ultimate humility which becomes the greatest honor for all of us, as it is the right place of ours. What do you think? What's better, being slave of Allah or being slave of our own desires, our culture, the peer pressure, or shaitan? The only way to be free of all these slaveries is that we understand our right status and we submit our will to our Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These denying people who deny the prophethood of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and who deny this Quran to be from Allah, they are being challenged. فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Then produced a surah the like thereof, and call upon your witnesses, your helpers, other than Allah, if you be truthful. They are being challenged to produce a single surah that like of the Quran's surah. But will they be able to ever bring such a surah? No one can even produce anything even close to the surah of the Quran. The word surah cannot be translated as chapter or any other translations. Even in Arabian civilization, this word was very new. Sur is used for a huge strong wall the kings used to make around their big cities to protect them from others. Arabs did not need to make such walls as they did not had much to lose. It was a desert. What Arab people had with them was their language, which was very dear to them. They were great poets and exclusively good at their language. But the Quran, it made them speechless. The word surah, derived from sur, was used for huge big walls which Arabs never built. The kings of great cities used to build them for the purpose of protection and showing glory. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word surah for the surahs of the Quran, showing that how protected, secure they are, and how glorious they are. It is as if a wall is being sent down from the skies to the earth. While if we try to make such walls, we will always make it from the bottom to the top. But how high can we go? Can we reach the skies? So, how can a surah being sent down from the skies be compared to a small, tiny object which we make from the earth to a little height? Certainly, there is no comparison. This example gives us a clear picture that it's impossible to produce anything even close to the Quran. That's why no one even ever claimed such a claim. وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ and call upon your witnesses other than Allah. Shahida yashhadu means to be present, so it is used for a witness or a helper, as both need to be present there then. So if all of them get together, they won't be able to produce anything even close to the Quran. We learn in Surah Bani Israel, say, surely if mankind and jinn were to get together to produce the like of this Quran, they will never be able to produce the like of it, howsoever they might help one another. وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. So call upon your witnesses other than Allah if you should be truthful. Means if you are truthful in doubting about this book to be from Allah, then you should be able to produce something. Or even if you are truthful in saying that you are in any doubt. It is being said as they were not in doubt, they clearly knew that this book is from Allah. That's why there is no evidence in the history or even in the present age that anyone could even claim to have produced anything like the Quran or like any part of the Quran. Our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every prophet was given miracles because of which people believed. But what I have been given is divine inspiration, which Allah has revealed to me. So I hope that my followers will outnumber the followers of other prophets on the day of resurrection. فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. But if you do not, and you will never be able to, then fear the fire, whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the disbelievers. It's been clearly mentioned that no one will be ever able to produce anything which is like even any part of the Quran. Then when a person understands that this Quran is the truth from his Rabb, then what shall he do? he should submit himself towards the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, there is fire. So, after clear understanding, yet if a person denies the truth, then who is he denying? He is denying Rabbul Alameen, Lord, Master of the whole worlds, his Rabb, Ma'azallah. Challenging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, denying him, how a person can be saved from the punishment. Jahannam is the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which has been already created, already all done. It's ready for the disbelievers. Its fire, the fuel of its fire are the people themselves and the stones. Stones these people used to worship, and also the stones producing intense fire. So the fuel in the form of their idols is adding up to their regret that what were they doing? Who were they worshipping, leaving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this fuel also indicates the intensity of that fire. وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens in paradise, beneath which rivers flow. Whenever they are provided with the provision of fruit therefrom, they will say, this is what we were provided with before, and it is given to them in likeness, and they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally. وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. On the other hand, for those who did not deny, but they believed, and their belief was the true belief, as it translated into actions, so they did amal salih. What is amal? It's a well prepared action done with intention, hard work, and focus. And the word salih means the thing which grows. Like a seed sowed by us will be with intention of growing it, and it will grow only if everything is done rightly how it should be done. So, salih amal will have two parts. One, that it is sincerely done just for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and no other purpose. Number two, it is done the way our Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained us to do, that we follow his sunnah, as only that amal will have the ability to grow, that it grows and we find our amal there in Jannah in the physical form, insha'Allah. وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار, and give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens in the paradise beneath which rivers flow. Jannah means gardens, such thick gardens which hide the surface, the dark green Jannah, with the rivers flowing underneath, free of all worries or problems, without any responsibilities, duties, or any tiredness, just the source of enjoyment, fun forever. كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. Whenever they are provided with the provision of fruit therefrom, they will say, this is what we were provided before, and it is given to them in likeness, and they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally. So the fruits which they will be given will appear to be similar in shapes and forms, so that they can eat them without any hesitation, as we feel reluctant to try something which we are not aware about. But they will not be the same in taste and quality like in dunya. They will taste heavenly, and they will taste every time new. No chance of any kind of boredom there. And for them they are pure spouses. Purity in all forms, physical, spiritual, moral, no grudges, no hatred, the best matches, as a source of joy forever. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah said, I have prepared for my righteous slaves such excellent things as no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard, nor a human heart can ever think of. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك